The Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Smith. Welcome to the Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach. Each week we'll go through the Dead Doctors Don't Lie show and handpick information regarding people's specific health concerns. So listen now as Dr. Wallach gives his expert advice on how to deal with the root cause of illness and disease nutritionally. If you would like further information on the products recommended in the show, they can be found in the description below the video. Enjoy the show.
The Youngevity UK and Europe Show.
Well, I'm very, very excited because the DVD for my presentation at the Tesla Society a couple of weeks ago is available now. It's a complete DVD of my presentation. The title is A Prescription for Mother Earth. And basically it represents, 12, 15 years of research by a couple of other Youngevity distributors, myself, which I will name later, and which shows that the prevailing theories on why global warming is and why the increase in environmental CO2 is, okay, those conceptions are wrong, okay? Their heart was in the right place, but they had the wrong information. They didn't have complete information. And so it's not by burning fossil fuels, oil, and coal that makes the carbon dioxide go up. It's a lack of nutrition for the consumers of carbon dioxide, okay? And I knew that some 12, 15 years ago when people were saying, well, we have, the runoff from the fields and our sewage system of phosphates from everything from laundry detergent to fertilizers, driving overgrowth of algae, plugging the rivers, plugging the streams, plugging the lakes, plugging the oceans, and they're consuming all the oxygen, the fish are dying, and blah, 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 blah. Well, sixth grade biology tells you that plants consume carbon dioxide, not oxygen. Okay, and they release oxygen. We consume oxygen and release carbon dioxide. It's called the carbon dioxide cycle. That's sixth grade biology, okay? Well, so I, being a pathologist, I started with the reefs. And, you look at the Australian Great Barrier Reef, which is sort of like the, the iconic character of the Earth, if you will, the Great Barrier Reef. Starting 35, 50 years ago, Australia began to set up, and has now 367, something like that, 367 dams, many of which are hydroelectric plants, damming up rivers for power, water, conservation, irrigation, that sort of stuff. The largest province, population-wise, is in the northeast corner, which is hugged on the coast by the Great Barrier Reef. Queen Victoria Province has 247 of those dams. Okay, so it cut off the food supply, the minerals, if you will, the silt, by blocking the silt from getting into the ocean on the western side of the Great Barrier Reef. About 10, 12 years ago, Papua New Guinea dammed up all their rivers in the southern and western side of Papua New Guinea so they could make electricity, so they could have factories to make tennis shoes and T-shirts for Americans and Europeans. And it cut off the food supply to the northern part and the eastern part of the Great Barrier Reef, and that's why it's dying. Okay? The reason why it's dying is the Great Barrier Reef is made by polyps, like all reefs. Okay? That's why all reefs are involved with volcanic island chains, okay? Because the minerals from the volcanic eruptions fed the bacteria, which fed the algae, and there's 300,000 to 3 million species of algae, depending on whose paperwork you read, okay? And the algae would eat the bacteria, and the phytoplankton would eat the algae, and the reef polyps would eat the phytoplankton. But the basic underlying nutrition for all this cycle is the minerals from the silt coming down from either volcanic eruption or erosion of mountains and so forth. And so I figured out a way to deal with this, and of course it's all on the DVD, Prescription for Mother Earth, Contact Your Youngevity Associate. Soon it will also be a CD. Also, within a couple of weeks, we're going to have the magazine. I'm on the cover in the featured article in the Tesla Society magazine, not the car company, but all the scientists and everything that follow Tesla's premises. You also want to get a hold of the book Epigenetics, The Death of Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And you want to get a hold of the book Rare Earthman Cures and the CDs Dead Athletes Don't Lie and Exercise Without Supplementation of Suicide. You want to read everything in that book, Rare Earthman Cures, and then you want to read several times Chapter 11, which has the directions how to collect hair, how to box it up, how to ship it to the laboratory, and we will make sure you get the results sent directly to you. We don't want the results; they're going to be sent directly to you. And you can read that Chapter 11 again. It'll tell you how to interpret the results. And just like that, we have come up with a patented set of augers and also suction things. I apologize. There's a helicopter for the Marines going overhead here. But we're going to auger the silt from behind these dams over the dams. We're going to use solar panels on top of the dams for powering these devices and get that silt coming back down the rivers. And within weeks, the Great Barrier Reef will begin to recover. We're also going to have barges around the north and eastern side of the Great Barrier Reef, and we're going to be dumping everything from our blooming minerals and silt from accumulated places and wood ashes and so forth, which we're accumulating for this purpose, and revive everything. And of course, when it revives, it will consume the carbon dioxide because all the processes will have the nutrients it needs to consume the carbon dioxide and convert it to usable carbon chains. I am so excited.
The Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach.
Thanks for listening to this week's show. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and for more info on the products mentioned in this week's show, check out the links in the description.